When our resources are completing appointments and service activities against projects and cases in Alert Stratus, they can go to the time entry and calendar portal to submit all of their actual start and end time details, and they can also use this entity to add any parts, materials, or expenses that they've incurred against each of these activities. So from our timesheet view within this portal, they can select any one of their appointments that they've completed the work against. They can type in their actual hours, they can submit any notes, as well as any travel to or travel from or any lunch minutes. And when you select this Items tab here and select Add, if I want to add any parts or materials to this case or this activity, I can go here and select the existing product, which is pulling from our CRM product table. I can select the quantity of parts. Then I can select if I'd like to override the pricing, where I'll just put in the price per unit here. Or if I uncheck this, the system is just going to use whatever the default price is for this central cabinet inside of CRM. It's already appending this to the appropriate case, selecting the resource. I can choose to also write in a product, where I'll just manually select the product myself. But if I go back and select my existing product, here's our quantity. It knows the type of unit that it's dealing with. I'll choose not to override the price, and I can also add any description as well. And now I'm just going to select Save. So now that I've saved it, I can take a look at this view here where I'll see the quantity and all the appropriate details for this activity. And I'll exit. And if I go back to this activity, I can then select Expenses, select Add. I have our expense date. I can choose if this is going to be reimbursable to the resource and if it's going to be billable to the customer. I can choose to select an existing product, again from our CRM product table, or I can select Write in Product, where I'll just manually type in the name of the product and the description. In this case, we'll just pick an item from our existing product table here. I'll select the quantity. I can choose to override the price, and then I'll just select Save. So now that I've done this, I have this view which is being created, and I can see the quantity for each of these expenses. I can see if it's billable and if it's reimbursable. And now that I exit and I leave the technician portal, if I go back to this case and I take a look at the items and expenses that have been logged against it, I'll now see that I've added a cabinet unit as a part or material against the case, and I've also submitted that hotel expense, which is going to be billable and reimbursable.